I don't normally do this angle, but this is Lily swimming freestyle directly at the camera above water, so we can see, I think it's below water actually, so we can see her stroke from the front side. So let's go ahead and take a look at her stroke and let this run. She's just going to swim right at the camera, and again, we're just going to kind of look at the front of her stroke. Very good. Let's get closer. Now here, one of the things I would say is I feel like her pull's a little wide. You can see the hand out here. We want that hand a little bit more down what I would call the shoulder line. So we want the hand a little inside. She's just pulling out a little bit wide, which we couldn't see from the side view. And here she's getting better. On her right arm, you can see her hands coming a little bit closer into that side. But her left hand gets way outside. So she's kind of pulling out and around underwater. She needs to keep that hand a little bit under her side, under her shoulder. Because you can see this outward sweep as her hand comes in. We'll watch this. See her hand. This is her neutral position. Again, a little high. I'd like it a little more forward. You can see the hand extending, and it's right in line with the face and head. And I'd kind of like it extending. I'd like that hand to be right here, right underneath and ready to grab that water. You see that little, you can actually see the bubble line. She just sweeps out a little bit too much. Okay, one thing she needs to focus on doing is extending out to the shoulder, and then as she goes to pull, bend the wrist first and then pull straight down. Now this high elbow that she's doing now, this getting the hand out a little wider, that's probably a really solid stroke for a 500. I'd like to see the hand stay closer to the body and the elbow stay high. But just like I talked about in the other side view, she wants to pull straighter down underneath her to the deep water if she's doing a fast sprint. So if she's doing that 50 free, she wants that hand to go boom. She wants it to go down right in this area as she pulls herself over the hand. You can see that extension. We shouldn't be seeing her fingers underneath or her palm. Right now we should actually be seeing the fingers on the top side of her hand and more the top side of her arm. We should see this angle. But she's actually reaching up and forward. That's what we've been talking about. And it's just, you can see the bubbles. It's just going to cause the water to stir, and it's just going to cause a lot of drag up front. Same thing with that sideways swipe with the pull. She does a great job of reaching palm down. This is the angle that I want. Most of her extension, and as she's waiting for that other arm to recover, she wants to be in this angle right here. She's got to get this hand down to this angle sooner, because this is exactly the angle I'm talking about. If she can hold her arm there as she recovers instead of holding it so high, here's where she wants to hold it. Here's where I want her to hold it. Underneath her arm, underneath her head, she's keeping this water clear so she can pass through it with a minimum amount of resistance. And here she's just reaching a little bit outside. And there's the flip. So, recapping, similar to what we were talking about in the other video, the only thing that we would add from this angle is a little bit too much of an outside sweep on the front of her stroke. So if she could focus on pulling straight down as opposed to the side, focus on bending the wrist first and then pulling will help do that. Focusing on pulling down the side or down the shoulder line, not outside of that side or shoulder line. That's one thing that's really, really key. If she can just get that arm in a little tighter and pull down that shoulder line or that side line, she is going to have a much more powerful pull. Because right now she's just increasing the drag just a little too much, pulling to the outside, especially on that left arm. But again, this is a really effective pull for a distance event, but I want to get her more raw power because she likes the sprints. So we need to pull more downward as we reach, and we need to reach downward more as we extend. Again, really nice kick, really solid fundamentals. A lot of the stuff I'm nitpicking right now is some advanced stuff, especially for an athlete of Lily's age. So don't get discouraged because I'm finding all this stuff to pick on. I don't get to pick on this stuff with varsity swimmers very much. This is stuff that I pick on with elite swimmers usually. So she's very, very advanced in her skills. And as she grows and gets stronger, she's gonna erupt. I have no doubt about that. But excellent job, Lily. Focus on these things. We'll keep talking about them at meets and keep talking about them in our drills and during practices. You're doing a lot of stuff right, so keep it up. Big thing though, recovery, got to get the elbow up higher, got to get the arms more over the top. And extension phase, got to reach more down and forward instead of right in front of our face. Pull, got to make sure we're pulling down our sides, not outside, not wide. We can't pull our hand out that wide when we catch water. And then we got to finish that pull all the way through. Other than that, that kick out is going to be deadly as soon as we manage to break out, maintaining that balanced position, that flat horizontal position, and balance our way up instead of rising up with our fingers leading the way. So focus on those things. None of them are easy to learn. They're all very advanced, but I have no doubt you'll pick them up if you focus on them. So just keep working on that stuff. And if you have any questions or you feel like you want me to look at something, just call me over and I'll be happy to talk to you about what you're doing. Good job, excellent job, and keep up the good work. See you at practice tonight.